the live stream on YouTube for, I don't know, 8 years. And now there's 2,000 videos online, which is crazy. They're like almost high quality. We're getting better. Now we're doing like webcams and stuff, but they're really for you. So I archive all of the teaching, so you are welcome to go back and review what we did. If you're like, oh, I really like that class, but you still have your privacy. You know, feel free to, these are semi-private, small group classes anyhow, so you get lots and lots of attention. We have Lori, who's been practicing with me for probably 5 years. She's teaching classes here. She's doing an intro series. And then we have Lizzie, who's just taken the teacher training, and she's going to be teaching in the Bay Area very soon. She just finished with her certification. So they're both here to help. They're just going to basically be cheerleading and supporting, but we might do some hands-on. Is everybody okay with some hands-on? Some assists today? Okay, fantastic. Well, we want to make this the most pleasant and extraordinary Sunday that we could possibly have for you. So if something is uncomfortable, I'll be able to tell by your face. Usually your face will tell me. But if you're one of those stoic people that can fool me, I want you to raise your hand or ask me for an adjustment in terms of like, I don't like that, it's not feeling good, what else can I do? You know, like I said, your face will tell me immediately, but some people are like, you know, just breathe through it. So it's intense. It's telling you two different things. The smile is like, yeah, your eyes are like, I don't know. So, or I could be reading it wrong. So you can always just say, you don't know, Jen. You don't know how I'm feeling. You can tell. Okay, great. So yes, we will try all kinds of fun things, and the class will go as far as you're comfortable with, which means we will back up if we lose a duckling. Do you know what I mean? We're not going to leave anybody behind, so we'll just take it as far as it's comfortable, and then we'll be able to tell. We'll be like, okay, that was too much. Let's bring it back. Okay, so that's kind of how I like to play. There are a few little adjustments I'm going to make now. Everybody is looking good, but to test the swing, we're going to stand in the center of our mats. Some of us have these beautiful mandala mats that I make. They're kind of my special design. And some of us just have a plain black mat. Wherever you are, you stand in the very center in with the swing, yeah, behind you. So in front of the swing. Thank you, like me. So I like to practice with you, and I might switch off to is mimic me, right? Do what I do. And if that doesn't feel good, we'll give lots of variations. So when we stand in the center of the mat, we reach our arms towards the sky, and then we wrap them around the swing. Just think of giving it a big hug, right? At first it'll seem kind of tight, but we're gonna play with this. It's kind of stretchy, the material. So what we're gonna do is hold on and lean back. Woo, that's our first moment of trust, right? And then you can push it down a little bit further so it's behind the heart. Just see if you can wiggle it down. That might happen with your forearms, right? You can actually have it one time. Okay. And the other thing that I request, especially since I'm recording, is that we keep the conversations to a minimum. So no external dialogue unless you want to chat with me, which is totally fine. We'll direct the conversations here. But it's just nice to keep the energy concentrated. We don't want to get distracted in a new practice, right? So if we get distracted, we can miss a hook, or we could miss like an important cue. Okay? So let me just bring the music back up now that we're ready within our sumo. So the most important thing that we're learning in this practice is how to hang, right? And so we learn how to hang. That looks great. We're gonna really high. Come on in. It was like, she'll be here. Well, we have a swing in the back for you, love. If you want to just get started. The restroom's right there if you want to pop in. No problem. So how can we hang more, right? Yeah, so we can drop the hips, right? Let the hips be heavy. Good. And I gently like to let myself just rock forward and back. So when I go like this means drop the hips a little bit more. This is like the international sign for drop the hips. Somehow it works. So we just use that. This is Lori and Lizzie in the back. This is Sig. She will help you if you need anything, but just kind of hop in and follow along. We're in a sumo. We were waiting for you. It's no problem. Yeah. So in sumo, our feet are working, right? It's such a strong practice, just holding our own body weight. Our body weight's enough. And then you'll probably notice that your arms are getting tired or that your underarms are a little sore, and that'll happen. And when that happens, we're going to straighten the legs, keep them exactly where they are. Go ahead and press your forearms and wiggle the swing down a little bit lower so it's behind the heart. And then we're going to open our arms wide. Once we open our arms wide, we're gonna bend the elbows, interlace the fingers behind the back. Try to like spread the swing out. It bunches right back up because it's gravity. There's this thing called gravity that we have abundance in, so just gonna bunch it up. But I made the swings nice and thick, so when they bunch up, they're a little bit more comfortable. So it's okay to spread it out, but just know it's gonna bunch right back up. Okay? Really nice, guys. So we're just doing our warm-up lap, getting used to the equipment. Come on back to center. Inhale, open the arms wide again. Exhale, forearm press. Try to connect with the breath. Yeah, press the head and press back one more time. Go ahead and wiggle. Get the swing behind the heart. Open up the arms wide and chillax in arms. Interlace the fingers. Support your head. Let's make our feet a little bit wider now. What if we stepped out to 9 and 3 on the mat? Wherever you are, just find like it's a clock, step out to 9 and 3.
Where is it supposed to be on our back? Like,
so right behind the heart, behind the sternum. Yeah. Not the heart, like the physical heart in the left quadrant. Yeah, our heart's actually more towards the center of our chest, but right in the middle of the sternum. Like it's the center of the upper thoracic spine. Yeah, good question. So it's underneath the shoulder blades, if that makes sense, right? So we're hooking the wings. With our feet a little bit wider, you'll notice when we're leaning back, we have a little bit more play, a little bit more swag. Just enjoy that from side to side. Beautiful, guys. How does that feel? Everybody good? Mm-hmm. Usually people are like, exhale, forearm press. And now we're gonna play with our lunges. So we're gonna press back, let's all sync up now. Let's bend the right knee. Mm-hmm. Nice and wide. You're gonna go all the way to your edges, yeah. And so we let the swing hold us the whole time, right? You guys are doing great. Sink back, and then over to the left. There you go. Sink back, and then over to the right. Yeah, just ignore the leg loops as they bop. You can actually hold on to them if you like. There's another variation. So usually when they start bopping, that's back. Let the swing hold you the whole time, and then bend the left knee. Yes, that's it. So it's almost like we're coming into a warrior two, but since we're floating, it's a little bit different, right? Because we're letting the swing hold us, creating alignment. That's it. Press down real strong with your arms. I can tell because the leg loops will be tight. Yes. See now how we're pressed down even more for me, hun. Liliana, press down with your arms. Yeah, real strong. I know you're going to get so strong in this practice. Isn't it? With your hands, you can like almost like you're trying to lift yourself all the way up. Oh my God, that's so hard. Okay, go ahead and release those. Shake it out. Shake, shake, shake. I call it superstar. Shake, 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 shake. And then back to chillaxing arms one more time. Weeping willow. Bending the knees from side to side. Free flow. Maybe go real slow and smooth and deliberate, or go a little bit faster and have a little bit more swag and play. So as much as possible, we're grounding into the feet, pressing the hips up, and leaning back, supporting the head with hands. Awesome. Beautiful, guys. Okay. Let's come on back to center. Inhale, open the arms wide. Exhale, forearm press. And then we're heel toe to the front of the mat. Wiggle all the way up to the front of the mat for me. Maybe shift your hips from side to side. And then the left foot can step all the way out to the side of the mat. That's it. So now we're coming to a reclined twist. That looks great, everyone. So see if you can gaze back over your left shoulder. There you go. It's wringing out the spine. So everybody feel that in your obliques. So amazing. Inhale, lift that knee up. And then exhale, switch sides, flex. Left toes, step the right, your knee. Drop your hips if you can, drop even more. Your forearm press will help you. When your forearm press will help you lift. Yes. Oh, that's beautiful, right? Your forearm press is going to be a little bit stronger on the upper body. All right. Come on back to center. Now the feet are going to be together. You might have to wiggle the swing down, right behind the heart, right behind the sternum. Use your forearms to press it down. One more weeping willow with the feet together. Okay. So you'll notice with your feet together, you have a little bit more sway. We're gonna sync up and go for angel wings. Let's see how it goes. But this is a really fun transition. So you're gonna watch me for the first one, okay? Everyone just stay where you are in center, and then we're gonna do it together. I'm going to inhale, open my arms. I'm going to exhale, bend my knees, and come forward. Just watch. No. If you go forward without your duckling, you're going to pop. So we're going to do it all together. And then we bend the knees, and we swing back. I'm gonna show you one more time. So when I bend my knees, I let the swing hold me the whole time. Can you see how there's tension on the swing? Okay, good, we're gonna try that. Okay, inhale, open the arms wide. Exhale, bend the knees all together. Press forward, press, press, press. Everybody. All right, together. Exhale, bend the knees, swing back. Woo! Really good job. Inhale, arms wide. Exhale, bend the knees. Sink up, sink up. Exhale, bend the knees and swing back. Really good. Okay, one more. Inhale, arms wide. Exhale, bend the knees. All together. Ta-da! Your arms are in your wings. Bend the knees and swing back. Stay here. Oh my God, that was so beautiful. So you can see once we get used to the swing and we start sinking up, that could be like such a lovely movement. That's really, it's like the little birdies that fly together. Yeah. Okay, great. That was awesome, guys. Let's go ahead and just come into our chillaxing pose from here. Let's just try it. Come back to your forearm press, walk it out till 10 and 2. Sumo is our #1 position to enter all the other poses. So we're gonna test out our leg loops and see if they're in a good position, okay? So the leg loops, just imagine, we're gonna float now, and they're gonna go behind the knees, okay? We're magically gonna get there. Let your hips sink a little bit more. There you go. Okay, let's grab just the right one with both hands, okay? One way or another, you're gonna karate chop your foot in there, get it behind the knee. Yep, get creative, there you go. Good job. Stay seated the whole time, Britt. Stay seated, yeah. We're gonna stay in our sumo. You can do it, lift, yes, that's it. And then second side, yep, this is when we float. Get that on. Let's see how it goes. Ta-da! Did it. Yay! So we learned how to do that with grace and ease later. Right now, yeah, we just get it up. All right, great. This is called chillaxing pose, exactly. It's like, it's even more comfortable if we use our chillaxing arms. That's where that part of the practice came from. There you go. And then if you want to get a little fancy, you can add some swagger. Okay, so see if you can get some rhythm, some momentum, sway it out. A little swag in the swing, the tongue twister. Now, it's a little bit of a dance to find your rhythm, right? But then when you get it, it's super fun and playful, and then you can add some bigger movements. Whee! This is the wee practice. There you go. So everybody should be smiling. Good. Not everybody loves the starting poses because it's like a little intense on the other underarms, but this is fun. Plus, we get the float. So our mantra is hips heavy. Everyone drop your hips even more for me. Heart open, lift your heart even more, and head back, head relaxed into your hands. That's it. Beautiful. So we have this big arch happening through the back of the heart, and yet the hips stay nice and heavy. Even more. Gwen, you're doing great. Just drop the hips even more. Just, yes, right there, but lift the heart at the same time. And see, yes, that's the dynamic tension. Does that feel good? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Once you get it, it like clicks. There's a sweet spot with it. Everybody else feeling pretty good? Mm-hmm. Awesome. You're doing great. Okay. Let's come on back to center. Slow your roll, I call it. Inhale, open the arms, and then exhale, just come into a child's pose, whatever that looks like for you. Okay, I usually like to bow in and round my back. Maybe rest my forehead on my arms or hands. So if you ever need a break, this is a good place to take a break, okay? Now we're gonna blossom here into a star. So whatever that feels like and looks like for you, but see if you can keep your hips heavy, heart open, and head relaxed, and open your arms and legs. If you need to support your head with your hands, you can, but otherwise shake it out, superstar. Shake, 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 superstar. Hips heavy. Drop your hips, there it is. And then exhale, child's pose round in. We're gonna undulate the spine a few more times, just like that. Inhale, blossom for star. Exhale, round in and squeeze for child's. Good, inhale, blossom. Superstar, shake it out, superstar, shake, 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 shake. Shake everything. And then child's pose. Good, awesome. Okay, go ahead and stay here if you need a break. Otherwise, we're gonna add on to our sequence. Okay, it's okay to watch for some of this too. Inhale, open for star. And then exhale, bring the hands to prayer. Around the swing for namaste. Around the swing. Yes, we always keep this hook. Okay, around the swing. Just the swing. Just the swing. Yes, there we go. Hands to prayer. Okay, squeeze the legs together straight out in front of you. This is when we have to sit up. Just be aware of your buddy. If your toes tickle the top of their head, then maybe bend your knees. Okay. Push the hips up and lean back. Okay, hands stay to prayer. Just let go of the head. Exhale, drop the hips, sit down, open it up. Let's try again. Inhale, open it up. Exhale, child's. Inhale, blossom for star. This is our chill flow. You're doing great. Exhale, namaste. Hands to prayer. Squeeze the legs together. Press the hips up. Beautiful, guys. Lean back. Your forearms are hooked, right? If all went well. Yep, good job. All right, this time reach up and grab for the swing. Let's add on. So when we hold on to the swing, it allows us to bring a little bit more weight into our head. Keep the toes touching. Toes touch. Nice long lines of energy. Beautiful. And then maybe the swing slides down closer to your waist. Okay, arch and open up from the heart here. Exhale, bicep curl, and come to sit. Good job, everyone. So anybody need me to demo that for them? Yes, okay, I know. Yeah, it's hard for me to see you too. All right, so let's just watch for some of these ones. Even if you feel really confident, let's all wait and do it together. So the chill flow looks like this. I'm just gonna go through the whole thing a little bit faster. It's almost like a vinyasa flow on the floor, but with a lot of creative interpretation. And then if this feels comfortable, we can bend the knees and swim back for both. Okay, but just stay here because this is as far as you want to go for today. Was that helpful? Any questions about that? The swing will hold you, but if you're feeling nervous, just keep your hands holding on. If you feel like a little bit more comfortable, you know, feel like being a little zany and try it, then you can release your hands and let them flow out to the sides and then overhead, and then you can reach back and grab for your ankles if you like both. All right, but that's as far as we go. That's as big as a pose as we're gonna do for today. All right, here we go. From the beginning, inhale, open up. Exhale, child's. Inhale, blossom for star. Exhale, namaste. Hands to prayer, around the swing, yes, very important cue. There we go. Press the hips up and lean back. Reversing our namaste. Now if you want to move on, reach up and grab for the swing. Nice big inhale. Let the swing slide towards the waist. If you're comfortable, just stay here, toes touch, long lines of energy, or bring the arms out to the side. And then if it's comfortable out to the side, bring them overhead. You're hooked with the swing at the waist now, right? You always have at least one hook. Bend the knees, swing your hands back, and grab for the ankles if you'd like to try both hooks. Otherwise, just stay holding on to the swing. You can even bend your knees while you're holding on to the swing and just arch from the heart. Wherever you are, inhale, release, bicep curl, pull yourself back up. Awesome. Okay, great. Wasn't that fun? It's really, really hard to do a good bow on the ground, but we're kind of reversing our bow, right? Instead of our belly being on the ground and trying to pull on our legs, we're using gravity to stretch us, so it's actually a lot easier. But you don't ever want to kink the lower back. Was your lower back okay in that one? Yeah, so the swing acts like a little spacer for your lumbar spine so you don't crunch that part, so that way the heart can really open. Beautiful, guys. I think that's good for that flow. Let's move on. This is called seated pigeon. So we're going to get our right foot on top of the left. And we're just going to drop the hips. Okay? I know everyone's like, oh, there it is. This little guy here is a little tight on everybody. And then if you want to go deeper, I like to hug the leg loops towards me. You got it? Yeah. Just hug it in. And the same kind of, I like undulating the spine. I call it undulating, where we inhale, blossom for star. And then exhale, squeeze. Yeah, so we revisit the tightness over and over again. Inhale, open. Exhale, hug. And it gets a little bit easier with time, hopefully. Inhale, open it up. Exhale, squeeze. Then we're gonna stay squeezed. Let's see if we can stack the knees. So it's like we're sitting cross-legged. Awesome. Good. Now, you'll probably notice that your right hand is automatically grabbed for the leg loop. If it didn't, just grab for the leg loop. And the left hand can grab for your foot, whichever foot you want, but the foot that's closer. There you go. Yeah, that one. No, the other one. Oh, that one's closer. I know, I can see you. That's okay, you'll get flexible. You wouldn't be if you were already flexible. You're like, oh, I can do that. Everybody's tight somewhere, so if this is your tight spot, you're welcome. It'll open, but there's a tight spot on everybody. Right? All right, so all we have to do is lift that leg. We're gonna come through our swagger, chillaxing arms. Let's use our momentum for second side. Just sway it out, neutralize the spine. Have some fun with it. So, okay, so left foot on top. Okay, so with the left foot on top, I like to flex the toes. Just flex all of them if you're not sure. And that'll protect the knee. And drop your hips. So, will you give it a little hop in case the upper body is starting to sag? Yeah, and then really engage. Pull your shoulders down your back and drop the hips. Yeah, that's it. So your head stays vertical, like straight up towards the sky, but your hips drop. There you go. Now we're going to inhale, open, jazz hands if you forget. Start. And then hug and squeeze. This will deepen the stretch. I hug the leg loops towards me. Inhale, blossom. Open up from the heart. Exhale, hug and squeeze. Just as far as it feels comfortable. Is everybody feeling this? I do this with your chillaxing arms in any of these poses. Yeah, that's better. Oh, that's more comfortable. There you go. Lots of different variations, so do what feels good. Beautiful, guys. We are going to unfurl. Give it a little hop, everyone. Adjust, because that was kind of intense on the underarms. I suggest wearing like a little tee or something, just so the skin doesn't get like... Okay, let's come into some lounging sequences. Okay, we're gonna come through center. Inhale, open the arms. Exhale, reach for your knees. You're gonna have to bunch those up for a little bit, okay? Yeah. Can I show you a little trick that we can do if anybody needs a break? Okay, yeah. So keep your arms wrapped around when you adjust. You don't want to lose a hook. But yeah, always hug. Reach for your knees, everybody. Touch your knees for me. That'd be great. Slide out the leg loops. These things are the leg loops as high as you can. Yes. And then we're going to bicep curl, come to stand. Squeeze your legs together in the center of the mat. Lift and squeeze. You just gotta squeeze your legs together. It's all physics. There you go. I promise you. It works the same. Universal laws. I do teach physics through play, so these are legitimate jokes. Okay, good. Some of us touch down, some of us don't. If you ever need a break from the swing behind the arms, then you just come up and call it like a high skydiver, like we're parachuting, right? And be like, oh my God. Okay? So this is legit. As a pause. Remember how I showed you how to pause when we're in child's pose? When we're learning something new, we just have to take frequent breaks. Okay? Okay, great. Now, I'm going to bring you guys back into your chillaxing pose, but I'm going to show you one other variation that you can do. Okay, so everyone hold on to the top of the leg loops and bend your knees and drop your bum, and you'll slide right back in. Really good. Okay, good. Awesome. Now, if this pressure behind the knees, which is actually really good for the lower back, it's opening up the kidney line and all kinds of cool Chinese medicine stuff. But if it's uncomfortable because there's sensitivity in the legs, which is common, so you're like, that's okay. So we're squeezing and wringing out the legs in a totally different way, working with pressure. Then these guys do spread out. So, why don't you try this card where you spread these out? All right, so we're here. All right, everybody remember, you all keep your arms wrapped around the swing so you don't lose your hook. I have to teach you how to play safe firstly, right? Then we can have lots of fun. Maximum fun while playing safe. Okay, good. So, you guys are so great. Everybody hold on to your leg loops for me. I see some people holding on to the swing. Can you hold on to your leg loops? So if you lean back, I can tell, yeah. And then, half of you guys are already there. We're gonna get our hands in front of the leg loops, but still around the swing. Yep. Those are so awesome. Keep your arms around the swing, and hold on to the leg loops, and then get your hands in front of the leg loops. Thread them through. Yes, yeah, keep going. Go, 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 go. Yep. Now you guys are all skydiving. Okay, so remember the little chatty thing? We're going to keep that to a minimum. Unless it's like, ouch. If you say ouch, then I'll come over. But yeah. So It's your first time skydiving. It might not be beautiful, but it should be fun. Wherever you are, just have some fun with it. Maybe bend a little bit from side to side, see how that feels. The key is to pull your feet back and press your hips forward. And if you do that evenly, yeah. Yeah, just if one slides up, let the other one slide up. That's why I showed you the high skydiver. Yes, there you go. Just if you don't have them even, you're gonna bank off to the side, right? And then your airplane's gonna go down. So just try and keep them even. That means they might slide up. Okay, yeah, you got it. Beautiful. Now, if everybody is happy here, just stay where you are. You don't want to go any further. We're going to bend the elbows, bend the knees, and come into butterfly. It's okay to stay in the high skydive. Yeah. Bend the elbows.
I don't know if I'm safe right now. Just look okay.
I would run over and tell you, can you bring your hands to your shoulders? Yeah, there you go. Again, we're moving into some more beginner advanced poses. Yeah, you'll see. Some people are fluttering more than others. It's okay. It's your first butterfly. Feet together if you can. There you go. Yeah. All right, come on back. Sink your hips back, bring your feet down towards the ground, and then let yourself slide into chillaxin. Okay. So that was your high skydiver into butterfly. Now we're going to try it with the leg loops of the knees. If that is uncomfortable, I want you to go back into the leg loops spread out or all the way up to your groin. Okay? Because this is going to be more intense, right? The leg loops are higher, it's actually easier. So let's try it. So let's just get focused, Jedis. Keep your head in the game. Like, let's just imagine and visualize our body opening, right? If it's intense and tight, just come back to the other position. But, you know, I have to at least show you what the next step is, right? So you have something to look forward to. So we reach for our knees, slide our hands up our leg loops as high as possible. So not the swing, hun. Reach for your knees. Yes. Leg loops, super important. This is our stabilizer. So let's reach for your knees. Yes. Very, very different. Okay. Okay. Now we bicep curl. Come on up. Pretend like you're doing splits. Some of us actually do. Good. And then hands go in front of the leg loops. Front of the leg loops. Don't hold on. See the arcs. Yeah. Ta-da! It's going to be intense. So let them slide up if you need to. Push the hips forward. Pull the feet back. Hips forward, feet back. Just try it. Not your head. Your hips. Try it. Yeah. Bend the elbows. Bend the knees. Feet together. Yes. Yep. So lift your feet. So pull your feet back and your hips will come forward. Not your knees, your feet. Pull your feet back. Up and back. Up. Yes. Keep going. Up with your feet. Down with your hips. Keep going. Keep going. Yep. Pull your feet up all the way. All the way. Yep. Doesn't it feel amazing? For some people, they love the butterfly. This is a really big pose. That's beautiful. Thank you for making that variation. For our bodies. Let me just check on this for one more second and make sure we're good. Okay, great. All right. So now we're going to switch it up. We're going to come behind the screen. Let's just take a little pause and do some standing poses. So we have hand holds and we have leg loops. Okay, I'm going to transition your leg loops back. Everybody, make sure your hand holds are great, front the leg loops down for you so that you're a little bit more comfortable. For safety. Okay, everybody have hand holds and leg loops? Everybody good? Okay, great. So the first thing I want you guys to try is actually come to the front of the swing again. In case the leg stretches are just not your cup of tea, I want you to come here and just do a sumo squat. So you can either hold on with your fingertips or go ahead and see if you can come into a twist, straight legs. Good. And then twist the other way, straight legs. Awesome, beautiful guys, stretch out. Yeah, really stretch out. Okay, so let's try helicopter. So step both feet over to the right. And then you're gonna step your right foot back behind you. Left foot stays to the right. Yes, you guys got it. So it's a little bit different. And then if you want to play, then beautiful, come on back to your sumo. So hands a little bit tired after swing. Okay, good. So then let's go to the back of the mat. But if we're stretching the legs or doing something, I want you to go ahead and come back to your sumo and just hang out and feel like you can pause there, okay? So let's play with our leg loops first. So in our advanced class, if anybody feels like staying and doing more fun stuff, we're gonna do some more strengthening today. And I'm just gonna show you how you can do all of your pull-ups and push-ups and sit-ups in the swing. I don't really consider this a strength class. This is more of like a restorative therapeutic, although you guys might not agree since we've just done like 100 bicep curls secretly. But we're gonna hold on to the leg loops in our hands. Okay, I'm gonna bring my up one. But you guys are good. We're gonna, same thing with the wrist wrap. So you can hold on with your fingertips, but it's typically a lot easier to wrap it around your wrists and then grab. Okay, so you're bunching it up. Stand at the back of the mat and then bend your knees. You're gonna drop straight back. Oh, all the way back. Yeah, sink up. There you go. Okay. All the way to the back of the mat. Step back. Gwen, can you step all the way to the back of the mat? Yeah, that way there's tension on the leg loops. Slide them down. Awesome. So even in this position, these are called the AerialYoga swings. They're a little bit different. They're somewhere between TRX and aerial yoga. So we have all the leg loops and handholds and fun things. So we can just use the leg loops by ourselves and stretch it out, right? We just sink our butt back, keep tension on the leg loops. Oh yeah, the little cord. Thank you for watching out for that. Oh yeah. So all the way to the back of the mat, just sink the hips straight down. We'll wait for you, honey. You can just hold on with your hands. Yeah. Good. Nice. And then we're going to bicep curl. Come on up. So lead with your heart if you can instead of your head. Right? Let your head stay in line with your body. So just pull with your heart. Yes! See how different that is? Good. And lower. Let's do 5 of those. Bicep curl up. And lower. Press forward with your hips when you come up. Inhale, lift. Exhale. And if you don't really love that, you can stay down. Inhale, lift. Come on up. All right, so I'm going to show you a little clever trick to get your foot up there. Try it. Otherwise, one way or another, we're going to all get our right foot in the swing. This is how I like to do it. Okay, so from here, everybody come down. Meet me here. All right, this is going to be fun and a little tricky. Let's just try it. I'm going to bicep curl lift and get my right foot up there. Lift your foot, yes, and then pull yourself up. Of course, you can see we're holding on by like 10 different ways, but still, you know, just for overall flying safety. So what we're gonna do is just do a simple forward fold and reach for our foot. Okay, so if we're doing some fancy and you don't like it, just reach for your foot, right, and grab. Everybody else, I want you to go ahead and reach for the top of your leg loops. I call it the nub. It's where the fabric meets the webbing. You gotta stretch those hamstrings out, right? Keep your left foot at the back of the mat so we have plenty of room. We have to sink up, okay? Inhale, exhale, pull forward, lean forward so you have room for your buddy. That's it. And then lean back. So this is enough of a stretch, right? We can just hang out here. Pull forward, stay here. Bend the right knee, keep pressing forward, and then we're in a forward and stay holding on. You come overhead and towards the middle of the room here, front of the room. There it is, beautiful. Lean back into the swing to open up the chest if that feels good. Yeah, that's a nice stretch. Good job, guys. Okay, we're gonna hold on to the swing with both hands, wherever you can reach. Pull yourself back up. Toes point forward, and then go ahead and push the swing back. So all the standing poses that we do in a yoga class, we can do with a swing, which should be a little bit more fun and a little bit easier, a little bit more supportive, but they're still challenging, right? So now I'm just pulling forward and back, keeping the toes flexed, right? And stretching the back of the leg. Maybe I hug, if you are a little bit more flexy, maybe you can hug the swing a little bit. If not, just keep holding on wherever it's comfortable. Straight legs. So keep long lines of energy, even if you can't pull very far, straight legs. Cool, and then let's try a twist. Keep your left arm wrapped around, right arm reaches back behind you. And then second side, hug with the right, extend with the left. Standing, twist, Beautiful, guys. Practice your balance. We still have to balance, right? Come on back. Awesome. Okay, we are gonna hop through for a entourage. All right, this is going to be exciting, so watch me first. I'm gonna hold on to my handholds, just watch first. I'm going to bend my right knee, my top leg, and then I'm gonna bend my left knee and get the top of the foot on the inside. So see if you can do that part. So bend the right knee, get the top of the foot on the left on the inside, and then come to stand. So there's going to be a foot in the swing. Come to stand in the center of the mat. So keep the swing at the knee. Yep, hop. Get the top of the foot. Bend the left knee. Get it through center. Get it through center. Up and over. Through center. Yep. Lift. And then top of the foot. Stand in the center of the mat. Great, we did it. Well, you can just come on, remember that hanging when I showed you guys? You can just come to sit in the swing, or you can come to the full body hang in the front. Okay? All right, so we're holding on to our hand holds. Yep. And then we're extending. Yeah. You don't have to try everything. So Natra is just stretching the quads now, right? Beautiful. Just do a full body hang like I showed you in the beginning. Don't try to get the foot up there. It's not going to happen. Yeah, just for safety, we hop through. Otherwise, we would do it the other way. Awesome. And if anybody wants to go a little bit further, we're going to come back up to stand. I want you guys to find your leg loop in. It's a little bit easier on the hands and slide on down. Yeah, good. You can hold on to the leg loops and extend. Just practice. If you don't have your leg in the swing, you can just practice coming forward and bringing your leg back behind you. Right? We're all coming into both toes. Yeah. Extend arms, extend legs, arms out in front of you if you can. I don't know how you got there, but that's awesome. Yep. And then we're going to put these on like they're airplane wings. Put them on our shoulders as a backpack. Yeah. And then we have our airplane wings. Bang from side to side. Just lift your back leg. Yeah. Good. Ta-da! Awesome. Okay, grab your backpack. Come on up. Come to stand. Okay, we're going to try sitting side. So here we go. Let's go to the back. So we're going to practice getting in with our leg the same way. Because typically I just say, okay, kick your leg up there, and 90% of the people have trouble doing that. So let's just try it. So this is our practice class, right? So you're not going to like nail it every time off the bat. Otherwise, that would be making it too easy, right? So we're going to come on back. Remember, we started out here. Pull up the TRX just back and back. So walk your feet all the way back for me. Back, back. There you go. Cool. And in one fell swoop, we put a bicep curl and lift from our heart. So we lean back the whole time. Lift your left leg and get it up there. Well, yeah, we have two legs, so we're going to do the other way. There you go. Balance, straight up and down. Balance, good. Good, good. See, practice makes perfect. So lean back. Get your foot out. Left leg. Sorry, just her. But yeah, if you want to practice it again, there you go. Very obedient, thank you. Okay, so from this position, if you don't want to do all the craziness we just did, just come into a forward fold and hold on to your left foot. See if you can keep your heart open. So both legs straight. Can you put your toes forward? Toes forward, thank you. Yeah, long lines of energy. Both legs straight. Good. Okay. And then exhale like that. Good. Okay, this time when we come forward, we're going to bend the front knee and slide it into a forward fold. So for those that are staying for 2:30, we're going to add on to this and do flips and all kinds of stuff. So I wanted to create at least one sequence that looked familiar that we could build on. Okay, so in this pose, you can stay holding on, but I really like to do the victory. Okay, it's our victory lap. Ta-da, we made it. There you go. Push the hips forward. There you go. Push the hips forward. Or you can lift the right arm towards the sky, right? Side angle. And then the arm can go overhead towards the front of the room here. There you go. Yeah, this is as far as it feels good for today. So you can hold on wherever you need to. What you want to do is create as much length as possible. So Gwen, why don't you reach up for the swing and hold on to that other side above your head. And then other side above your head. Your head, up, yeah. And then lift the chest, straighten that arm and lift the chest. Yes. So you can open up a little bit more. Press the back of your head into the swing. Yeah, there it is. So then we have a little bit more openness through the chest. Right, so we use the swing to help us go deeper. All right, everyone grab the swing with both hands. Turn the toes back, all the toes face forward. And then we're going to come to center, press the swing down to the ankle. And this is a great stretch for the back of the legs. I call it steering. It's like steering the ship. So you can pull one side of the leg loop back and forth, finding and keeping your balance. Maybe pull your toes up so they're eye level, and then go ahead and press forward, stretching the back of the calf. Flex the toes if that's comfortable for you. It'll deepen the lead with the heart if you can. I have a whole nother program called Eric's Therapeutics where we get into all of the details of alignment and really using the swing in order to help with injury and just overall healing. So if you guys are interested in that, we'll go into some more details next time in June when we do workshops again. Okay, and then if it's possible to hug the swing with your arms and lift, that's really nice. Then keep your left arm hooked. Right hand floats back for a standing twist. All right, keep your balance, find your balance, and then change sides. Hook with the right and twist. Look back towards your left thumb. Excellent. Beautiful, guys. And then come on back to center. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to float again. So can you guys watch so I can help you demo, but then Lori will give you a little hand if you want to do it. If you don't want to do it, it's totally fine. This is another option. So if you want to just come into a pigeon pose, if you don't want to jump through, then that's totally fine. But let me just show you what it looks like one more time. So I bend the left knee, and then I drop my hip. So I have to make sure that I can also bend my right knee. From there, I pick up the right knee and I bring it through center. So the top of the foot is on the swing. There you go. You want to try it? You're like, you can. Yeah. So it's a big stretch through the quad. Do you want to get your knee through? Just, yeah. And then pull up your knee and then top of the foot. Yeah. And then come to stand. Nope. Top of the foot. Top of the foot. Top. So come to stand at the front of the mat if you can't get it. Go ahead and do what you were doing and jump through. Yeah, get both feet through. Just bring your foot through again. And then come to stand at the front of the mat. Yeah, straight arms, straight legs. Just do some variations back there and make it up. This is really a version of Warrior 3. Yeah, we fit perfectly like Legos. I think you know each other. All right, and then we put these on like a backpack and then we can extend. Now when we extend, we can practice playing, decking from side to side. Fun with it. It feels good. Let's switch it up again. We're going to go ahead and come behind the swing. Instead of doing the legs, let's move to the lower back and hips. We will do some, mainly want to focus on down dog. So a lot of the variations that I do are loose interpretations of yoga. And down dog is not the favoriteest pose of my friends who've been practicing for 20 years. They feel like it's a little old, right? So this is our new happy dog version. So first thing we need to do is learn how to press the swing down, because I thought you guys were going to follow along. But so press the swing down and do what I'm doing, where we have to come up onto your tippy toes. So we have to get the swing to touch the legs. Not the belly, not the bladder. All the way down to the legs, right? Come up onto your toes for me. Now we're going to practice just standing in the center of the mat and pushing the hips forward and back. So instead of coming into a traditional forward fold, what we're trying to do is drape our hips over the front of the mat. That's it. And then once our hips are forward, then we can come down. If you can, glue your feet in the center of the mat, hip distance, and let your upper body hang completely. So in our forward fold, our feet stay in the center of the mat. We're up on the balls of the feet, so press your hips to the front of the mat all the way forward, not moving your feet. Glue your feet to the center of the mat. And then when we press forward, All of our weight is draping, so our head is closer to the ground than our traditional, forward folds. Clash your elbows and hands, sway it out from side to side. Okay? So you have to get the swing all the way down to the leg so you can lift one leg and then the other leg when you're there to get it to go lower. It feels better if it's kind of closer to the legs than it is on the hip bones. It's below the hip bones, if possible. There you go. That's better. Okay, now we can stretch it out. So from here, to come into a down dog, we extend our arms in front of us, all the way. So maybe like a foot or two in front of your mat. So walk your feet to the center of the mat for me. Yeah, Now we all fit. There you go. So there should be tension on the swing the whole time. It should be a little intense on the hip flexors if we're in the right place. All right, now we're gonna do a sequence called cat's meow. And it's like a down dog and a cat-cow got together. Okay? Stack your shoulders over your wrists. Inhale. Exhale, round in. This is the back part, right? Round in, squeeze the navel towards the sky. Inhale, lift, arch and open, pull forward. That's it. Exhale, round in and squeeze. Inhale, lift, arch and open, arch. There we go, beautiful. Exhale, round in. Let's have a leg. Inhale, lift the right leg up, arch and open, right leg up. That's it, as high as you can. Exhale, round in, squeeze knee to nose. Inhale, lift, arch and open, lift long leg, lift, lift, lift. Exhale, squeeze. One last time, inhale, lift, all the way, arch and lift. Exhale, drop that foot down. This is the happy dog part. We get to wag our tail from side to side. Just have some fun with it. Maybe you do loopy loops or figure eights, but you're gonna get a deep roughing session on the hip flexors, so go nice and slow. If it feels like too much. To the side, inhale, pull forward, left leg up, arch and open. That's it. Exhale, round and squeeze. Through the nose. Inhale, lift, pull forward, arch. Yes. Exhale, round and squeeze. That's it. Inhale, lift. One-legged dogs. Exhale, round in. Inhale, arch. And we always open on the inhalation, and then exhale, round in and squeeze. Okay, inhale, lift last time, and then exhale, foot comes down to the ground. Happy dog, wag your tail. We're gonna make our way into a supported headstand, but first we wanna do some up dog up-ends. This is a little bit more advanced, so just watch for the first one. So what I'm gonna do, you guys can just come forward onto your fingertips and watch, or come up. Okay, I'm gonna let my hands come to the front of the mat, and I'm gonna let my feet float hip distance, no higher than the hips, right? So this distance, this is our hook, so we wanna keep our hook. From here, we're gonna bend both knees and hook outside in. It actually feels a little bit better than the way we were just doing it. So arms stay straight, okay? Oops, other way, see, yes, that's it, outside in. There you go. And then the knees have to pull down towards the ground so my heel is close to my bum. Yes, straighten the legs, and then bend the knees. Yes, you got it. And then pull forward with your hands. Very good. You did it. So this is called an up dog. Okay, take a little break in the back. This is called up dog. And then this is called upside down dog. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, upside down dog. Yes, straight arms the entire time. So guys, we're gonna talk only up here, if you don't mind, because this is kind of more advanced, so we don't want anybody to get distracted. Straight arms the whole time. Press back, just the chest. Inhale, up dog. Thank you. Okay, drop to your forearms. Make sure your elbows and your shoulders are in a straight line. Clasp your hands together. And then you can go ahead and drop the crown of the head to the floor. Okay? And you can just pause in whatever pose that you like. You can stay in your down dog or forward fold if you don't want to come into headstand. But I promise you, this is a very supportive headstand. Even if you don't normally do headstand, this is an awesome pose. You can also just come down and take a little pause if you need a break. So feet are close to the bum. Where's your bum? Pull them down. There you go. There's your bum. Where's your bum? Oh, yeah. Yeah, there it is. is on the ground. There it is. And then back to together. Ta-da! Is everybody comfortable? Does anybody need a variation? You're all floating. Yeah, take a little break. Always come down and ground if you need. I heard the whole thing. So if you'd like to try a variation, you can pull your knees together. Let your feet come together and pull them down towards your chest. Okay, so that's a nice variation if you don't like the foot hook. So you can try both of them. Now you're doing great because you're super flexing, but you want to keep the feet pulling down towards the bottom just for safety. So yeah, so then you can step. Okay. So the knees stay grounded towards your chest wherever you are. Does that make sense? Yeah, so let's get your tripod. Then you don't have to move your head, you can just move your hands. There you go. And now you're stacked. Really good, guys. Everybody happy? Let's just stay for a couple more breaths. Wherever you are. This is our restorative headstand, which most people wouldn't think a headstand could be restorative, but they're letting the swing hold us. Okay. Now from here, I want everybody to pull your knees together and your feet together. So you're going to release the swing and your knees are going to be the only person with the feet up. There you go. So we can see you can't see us. And then all of a sudden you might down, right? So when you touch down, let your arms extend back into a down dog, but now you're taking up the shape of your mat with your dog. Awesome. So feet down, hands down, happy dog, wag your tail. Now we're all going to come up things. It's kind of similar to how we started, but this one's going to be a little different because we're not hooked with the swing behind the back, we're hooked with the swing hips. So walk forward with your hands, walk forward with your feet. Keep walking forward until you can bring your arms out to the side. Tension on the swing the whole time. Up onto the tippy toes. And you can grab for the swing. Really good. So it looks like we're going to ground down. There's some chiclets that want to ground, so let's all ground together. So this is such a fun practice to bring down to the ground as well. And we can give up the swing and just use the leg loops in our hands. So let's all ground. Okay? When we first start swinging, when we first become a swinger, it can get a little lightheaded and dizzy sometimes. It's really common. The body is detoxing quite rapidly from all the pressure, bringing out the lymph. We have to have lymph nodes, both here and here. That's why I created the AerialYoga program, because it's such a powerful practice, and people are so surprised by how intense it can be. And then, you know, even people that don't normally get seasick or airsick can get a little woozy just from the body detoxing. So let's bring it down. So we're going to stand in the center of the mat. Keep the leg loops in our hands. Okay. We might come back up and do a little play shop and just end with some fun things if you guys want to try another inversion. Otherwise, we'll just keep it low. Right? So here, this is how we can do our push-ups. So we're going to do 5 push-ups if we can. Let them be easy. Let the swing hold you. Yep. 5 push-ups. You're almost there. And then on your last one, you're going to bend the knees and come down to the front of the mat. Awesome. So it looks kind of like a camel pose. Untuck your toes for now and bring your legs wide. When you bring your legs wide, you can bring your arms wide, slightly back. Your head drapes down towards your knees, like a child's pose. Now, I can bring the leg loops up or down for you if you like them higher or lower. I'm going to bring them down for you. Smaller, so you can bring them down. Can you try the leg loops lower or higher? Everybody else feel good? Your head might not touch down. You're still kind of floating. There you go. It's really good. Just hold on to them with your hands. Awesome. Cool. So from here, we're going to swim. I call it swimming. We're going to inhale, arch, and lift the chest, and then exhale, bring the arms wide and around, so in front of us. So you want either as wide as the shoulders or pulled in a little bit tighter. So when we drop the chest here, you're going to feel a big stretch to the upper back. We're going to inhale, press, 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 and then exhale, drop the chest. That's it. Inhale, lift. Keep the head above the arms the whole time. Just drop the heart. So we're gazing like slightly up, right? Inhale, lift and press with the arms. Exhale, drop. So this is a great way to work with the shoulders and release the neck if we do it right. Literally, so we can straighten the neck here. So inhale, lift, and go wide again. Drop the head. Let the weight of the upper body stretch the arms and shoulders. Maybe add a little sway from side to side if that feels good. Just experiment with it. Keep a straddle. Now, if wide straddles are really hard for you, I'm going to invite you to just lean back and just have some fun swaying from side to side. Because most people, when they come forward, they just round their back, and it's not that great, for your posture. So if you come forward, I want your head to come back and your heart to come forward. So just try bringing your heart forward, not your head forward, if that makes sense. Okay? Straight arms. So either it's just sway from side to side with your heart forward. Head up the whole time. Yeah. It's a totally different way of doing our wide straddle forward holds. But it's actually really fun, and it can open the hips quite a bit to just gently rock from side to side all the way. Okay. I need to see more smiles. I swear we're going to move into Sivasana in like 5 minutes. It's like, oh God, wide straddle forward folds. They're not everybody's favorite. Okay, so as promised, we need to do some core. It's like mandatory in all yoga classes now, right? We did our push-ups. We didn't do 100 chaturangas. All right, I like to use the wrist wrap. You can use whatever you like. We're going to come into some bicycles, so bring your feet together towards the front of the mat. So you're going to pick your knees up and bicycle. I like my bum to be in the center of the mat, but kind of move where it feels comfortable. Just bicycle, maybe bicycle out to the side, bicycle out to the other side, bicycle. And if that gets really cold, you can do like really slowly. Do 1 foot at a time. And we're going to do this for 30 more seconds if you can. Keep the chest lifted. Bicycle. Play with it. Out to the side. Center. Out to the other side. Beautiful. And then goat. The other goat. Right? And then if you feel really strong and want to practice both legs lifting, you can try those. Not nearly as fun as the bicycle, so. And then we're going to end with fish pose. I like using just the finger wrap for that. Lift the chest. Oh, we made it. Sink the head back. Watch out for your neighbors. If you have a buddy there, they can bring their legs wide. There you go. Make room for your buddy. They're like little Legos. Beautiful guy. And then once you're ready, we're going to go ahead and just bicep curl coming up. Shake it out. I know your hands are like, what? It's like rock climbing. Okay. I really recommend doing Shavasana in the swing with me. I do understand that some people get a little lightheaded and woozy, but it's just so delicious to get into cocooning. So if you're done, you can just roll back into your Shavasana here. We're going to do about a half hour, 25 minutes. But if you're up for it, we're going to get into our swing. So come on up. I need to change the music. Get a little sip of water or whatever you need to really drop in. Let's try some movements now. Set it down sometime. We're not going to go away. We're going to get right into our cocoon, but feel free to have a little sip of water. Okay. All right, so it looks like this. We're going to hold it. We're going to do some leg stretches once we get in. So, get comfy. Anything you can do on the floor. You want to come on up for me for 1 second, Gwen. You want to be on the inside of the top. So if you start at the top here and you go to stick to the inside, there you go. A little bit more comfortable. Not a huge big difference, but enough that you want to get on the inside of the top, right? Well, the stuff on the inside. Good. Now your head, so wait for the instructions. Once you get your bum in there, you're not going to fall out. And then we make sure that our head stays in too. So that's the other cue. If you have too much at your knees, get more fabric at your head. So it's too much at the knees, honey. Hillary. Slow. Yeah. So get your head in there too. Yes. There you go. So it has to be just right. Okay, great. When you lean back, then you should have the swing above your hair, okay? If it's around your neck, it's not great for the cervical spine. Okay, great. Let's just stay and try the intermediate advance. We're gonna do more flips and tricks and whatnot. But yeah, the cocooning is like the best treat at the end of a long practice. So, like I said, before we go into stillness and final relaxation, we're gonna do some more leg stretches. So you're gonna reach up and grab for the outer edges of the feet. It's a version of happy baby. So you're gonna go ahead and pull your knees towards your armpits. Maybe roll your ankles around. Beautiful. You can try extending one leg and bending the opposite knee and just play like a happy baby would from side to side. Happy and all the stagnant energy. From there, we're going to go ahead and squeeze the legs together. They're straight, still holding onto the feet or the ankles, whatever's comfortable. And then you're going to bow in, so you're pulling your knees to your forehead like a mini plow. So you're not going to go all the way over or lift your hips. You're just stretching the back body, letting it be easy, slowing down the breath. Letting your body take on the shape of a swing. Really good. And then let's try scissoring the legs. So keep holding on to the left foot, but extend the right leg out in front of you. So both legs are straight. Both hands are holding the left foot. Right leg extends out. Give yourself a big hug. You can wrap your arms over your chest, or go ahead and extend your arms overhead. Now you can find your favorite position.